you may have noticed it the last time you voted, write-in candidates on the ballots.
Yeah, while you may not realize it, these candidates have the potential to change the dynamic of a race. Channel 4's Scott Johnson has been digging deeper to figure out why there are so many write-in candidates in Florida. And Scott, you found a legal loophole in state election law that some people aren't happy about.
Yeah, this is a reason why there are a lot of write-in candidates. Not necessarily as many in Duval County, but a lot statewide this election cycle. Write-in candidates are not simply some guy off the street wants to get elected to a position. They are used by political parties to make sure other parties can't vote in a primary. They're the person on the ballot you probably have the least faith in, the blank spot, the write-ins. But people who run as write-in candidates in Florida cause more issues on Election Day than you might think. In fact, some candidates' chances have been ruined by write-in candidates who can essentially keep entire parties out of elections. I spoke to Duval County Supervisor of Elections, Jerry Holland, about this.
Right or wrong, it is used by both parties, and I doubt if it's ever going to change.
Here's why this is an issue. Say hypothetically you have a Republican primary but no one running in the Democrats, and you have two candidates. You have a conservative candidate and a moderate candidate. Well, if there are no Democrats running because of a loophole in Florida law, Democrats could vote in this primary. The conservative candidate probably wouldn't want that because those votes might go to the moderate. So here's what can happen. Say the conservative gets a friend to go in as a write-in candidate in the general election. Under Florida law, that would cut out Democratic voters. They would not be allowed to vote in the Republican primary, giving the conservative the edge.
They do. They use it often to close the primaries because, again, they feel like if the other parties and other voters were voting in that particular election, it might influence which candidate comes out of the election.
Holland says there are 5 write-in candidates on the ballot in local Duval County races running. He doesn't know of any races locally where the write-in candidate was intentionally put on the ballot to stop certain people from voting. And he does point out that write-in candidates still have to file to run in the elections office.
The write-in is a specific person. A lot of people think that you can write in Scott Johnson 1,000,000 times and you become the elected person. But no, you would have to qualify during the qualifying period.
Now, just to reiterate, I used an example of a conservative Republican. Both parties do this, according to Holland, so it's not just Republicans do it. Democrats do it too. It's not unusual. It's happened a long time. Some people think the law should change. Others feel it should stay the same because it protects the parties from having the other party come in and maybe mess up their primary. We're live tonight. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.